And gentlemen, I'm Professor Fred Ochola. I'm a civil society leader. I want to tell you that the policemen are trying to divert Kenyans' attentions, first, from the real questions Kenyans should be asking, and two, the evidence Kenyans should gather to answer and give justice to Ojwang. And this is not just the police. The whole government is diverting attention. Parliament did it by shedding crocodile tears for a whole day, shouting in Parliament and Senate how the government is bad, yet they should impeach the president. Because if the Parliament is there, just in case the executive is not doing their work, to perform one simple function: impeach the president so long as he's violated the law, and he has violated the law. We have a president who has violated all the 18 chapters of the Constitution, yet Parliament is there shedding crocodile tears. Then they are busy saying, oh, we should donate money to help Ojwang. Yet Parliament here has so many funds. Why don't they create a fund so that if something happens to Kenyans, we avoid this handout where somebody is being called, oh, I'm giving you 1 million, oh, I'm giving you 2 million. Who tells them Ojwang is looking for money? Justice always comes first before compensation. When you see someone rushing to give you money when you are in trouble, they are now offering to bury Ojwang, yet the family has not even decided the date of the burial. Maybe the family don't want to bury him. How do you offer money for burial before the family tells you when they're doing a burial? Or which date is this burial? So the state is diverting attention, and I can tell you, even the police officers are diverting attention. That one we know. So let me just go into the evidence provided by Mukwana. Mukwana's testimony cannot be believed in any way you like it, for the following reason. One, when Mukwana says that Ojwang was beaten by 4 people in a cell, I was in the postmortem room. I observed Ojwang's body. All sides, the body was turned. They checked everywhere. The body of Ojwang does not reveal a beating by a mob. In fact, the postmortem results, which will be comprehensively written by the 5 pathologists who performed the autopsy, will prove to you that it was not mob justice. Ojwang was beaten by somebody very specific, one at a time. Because if you look at the injuries on the head, if it was a mob justice, you could see too many injuries on the arms when he was trying to defend himself. But you could see a few bruises on the arms, a few bruises on the legs. They were multiple, but it was consistently being done by one person. And I will also go and ask the doctors to falsify in their report that this was actually a mob justice. It was not a mob justice. So Mukwana is wrong. The second thing that shows Mukwana is wrong, Mukwana claims that Ojwang was taken to Mbagathi Hospital at 10 p.m. Now, the CCTV footage from Mbagathi shows at 1:30. So they want to tell us it took 3 hours and a half to move from Central Police Station to Mbagathi. It does not make sense. It can't be. So again, Mukwana is wrong. Mukwana should tell us who is asking him to cook these things, because the first report he cooked, he lied first. Now he has come to confess, now saying, now this one is not a lie, this is true. Once a liar is a liar. So if we didn't, he lied the first time, why do you want to believe the second lie? Now you'll hear another third lie. So which lie will we take? IG lied, hitting the head on the wall, isn't it? Deputy IG lied, hitting the head on the wall. Mukwana is the one who gave that statement, hitting the head on the wall. Now it is that he was beaten by a mob. What is the next lie? So this is not possible. Thirdly, I have been to Central Police. I have slept in Central Police 80 times. With this arrest here, this is a ruto easy. This is a mandamano. If you look at the Central Police, it's impossible to beat somebody until they die without people knowing which inmate was there. So we want all the inmates who are checked in that day in the OB, all of them should write a statement. Did they hear anything? Did they see anything? And I saw the testimony that came from I saw what Danson Omari was saying in court yesterday. I don't agree with him that the cell where Ojwang was 100 meters away from where I record orders, the OB. Central Police cannot be 100 meters away because those cells, I know them. The cells are as small as a parking slot of a car, which I measure is 3 meters from each other. And if you look, those cells are at least 4 on both sides. So that is 12. That is just 12 meters. 3 times 4 is what? 12 meters. 12 meters cannot be 100 meters. So whatever they are trying to say, look here, the government is trying to bring so many theories, so many ideas, so many ideologies to distract the investigation team from putting their finger into the truth. So I don't believe those things at all. So Mukwana's testimony should be treated with the skepticism that it takes because Mukwana is accomplice. Mukwana should tell us whom is he protecting with this testimony. And if you want to understand what is happening here, remember why Ojwang was actually being taken to have published false information. The allegation is that Ojwang claimed that Langat was collecting 100 million shillings from 12 base commanders in Nairobi. 100 million shillings per month. Now, whom was Ojwang, whom was Langat collecting this money on behalf? Because maybe Langat is a tax collector collecting for the president. Maybe out of the 100 million, now the president has taken 2 million to give to Ojwang's family to shed crocodile tears with. Because there's no way a policeman can collect 100 million shillings without the president knowing. So either he's incompetent, he's clueless, or he's an accomplice. That's the only thing. Because how can the president allow someone to collect 100 million shillings per month, a policeman? Remember, the salary of a president is 2 million. How can an officer collect 100 million per month? There's nobody in Kenya who earns a salary of 100 million per month. The highest paid person in Kenya earns 36 million shillings a month. Who is the CEO of Cooperative Bank of Kenya? That's what I know. There is no one who earns more than that money in Kenya. Even the president does not earn that money. So for someone to collect 100 million shillings a month, who was giving him this money? He was collecting this money from who? And this money was being channeled to support what activities for which individual. If you don't understand that one, then you can't understand anything that is happening regarding the investigations. Because what led to Ojwang's death is that Ojwang must have touched the theft, the looting, and the filth that's in the police system. These policemen collect money here. Like, for example, for someone to be appointed in charge of traffic, you have to pay these government officials. You have to give the president money. The president is a businessman. He's not a president. He's a businessman. So there's no way a businessman can allow Langat to collect 100 million per month if he's not getting his share. So the president should come out clearly. How much of the 100 million per month comes to him? We are going to do trailing of Kenya shilling. You know, there's a system that can trail a note. This note has moved to which hands? You realize this note has gone to State House severally. So this businessman, even Murkomen, has been receiving this money. Because Murkomen cannot tell us there is a CS interior, and he doesn't know that there's a policeman collecting 100 million per month. And if he's collecting, do you think Murkomen can just keep quiet and getting nothing out of it? He's getting. That's why he was fighting for this docket. He was threatening people that if he was the CS interior, he could kill the Gen Z and finish them. Now he's there. Now what is happening? He's killing them. He told people. Did he not say it with his own mouth? If I was the CS, nitawatwanga hawa watu. Prezo nipatie kazi na kufanyia. Even Sudi said it. If these Gen Zs are bringing noise, give them to me, I'll deal with them. Now they are dealing with them. And so many people have died. We have seen over 46 people who have died in police cell in the last 3 months. So Ojwang is just one person which has become so glaringly open. So the last point I want to bring across here is I saw that Deputy Inspector General said he stepped aside. First of all, the term stepping aside has no constitutional basis. A police officer can be interdicted, he can resign, or he can be dismissed. There is nothing like stepping aside. The worst case of that is that you are stepping aside and then you are the one appointing the person taking over from your office. Your office in Yalangat. See, that office is a public office. So when you leave the office, wewe toka. Huwezi sema mimi natoka na fulani atachukua uongozi wangu, which means that he has stepped aside for investigation. So his deputy will be the one now doing what he was doing, killing more people who are giving evidence. You get me? Interfering with evidence on his behalf. He was supposed to step aside and disappear and not to be seen on the scene. So, do you mean the president cannot be able to replace him? Remember, an inspector general must be vetted in parliament. Who is now vetting the person acting on his behalf? So, it means that we are being cheated here. These guys are not very serious about the fact that they want to find justice for Kenya. And of course, what I want to tell Kenyans is the following. Don't be afraid. We have suffered enough. Suffering builds character. So we have character. Remember that? And character brings hope. And hope never disappoints. The hope we have is that William Ruto is a half-term president. And revolution is happening. So you either join this revolution or stay with them. The revolution is unstoppable. It has begun. The ground does not want it. Even if he works with 10 Raila Odingas plus Raila Odinga's father, and he goes even to get I don't know who from where, anybody who has joined William Ruto is going to die with the revolution. Even if Kalonzo dares, and I'll ask my brother Kalonzo Musyoka, please don't join these people. They are calling you. Tell them to leave you alone. They want to go down with you. Anybody joining William Ruto will go down with William Ruto, because I can tell you what, I am an expert in aircraft. When a plane's nose faces down, even the most qualified pilot cannot stop that plane from crashing. If plane here William Ruto is crashing, it is nose diving. Once the nose of the plane is facing down, it will go down. Even if you give it another 4 engines, it will go down. So hata ongeze nani hapo ndani kwa hiyo Kenya Kwanza, the plane is crashing. Even if you give the 2 million shillings to Ojwang's father, that one he's picking because he needs money. You remember, he didn't even have fare to leave Homa Bay coming. So let him take the money, and that money is not for you. Your salary is 2 million shillings. How can you give someone 2 million? It means you've stolen that money from Kenyans. Let everybody go pick money from William Ruto when you have time. But the truth is that you are not going to become the president. You are not staying until 2027. In fact, tulisema half term, 1 term, but now it is half term. Because let me tell you what, mtu akifunga 10 goals at half time, are you waiting for him to score another 10 goals the second half? So the first half, tumepigwa 10-0. Adani, Kentraco, Shah, Chief, Help, NHIF, all scams, all corruptions are enough. So we cannot wait for another half. Can you imagine if Ruto has committed 120 financial scandals in the first half? Now the second half, we are going to end up with 240 financial scandals. So we can't manage. Ruto, under his administration, over 600 people have died in mysterious circumstances associated with this government. So we want to have another 120 in the second half. So hii first half, iishe tu vizuri. Na waende nyumbani, and his brother no term. Let them go home. Half term, no term. Let them go home. We are tired of them, and I'm asking Kenyans, don't relent. Some of us, we agree that those who remain will take Kenya forward. But those of us who are here, whether you kill or not, we are willing to go forward. The worst thing you can do is to kill the economy, because so many debts are coming from economic sabotage you have done, and they are doing it deliberately. Thank you.
Mastory za 254, home of hot stories.